Hello, I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but I'm going to make a video right now on how to make a blanket. And bear with me because I'm still not good at the whole editing process and all that fun stuff. So, okay, I have here a 1.5 by 1.5 piece of fabric. And what I'm going to do is I take one side, I'll show you one side, kind of stretch it out here. I'm hoping that you can see it well. If not, I apologize. And in order to get started, you need a 1.5 by 1.5 yard piece of fabric. I use kind of like a soft felt. You're going to need a ruler. With this one, because it's a darker type of fabric and it's hard to see lines, I have just some regular chalk. Gonna need some scissors. Put them out there. And you're also going to need some straight pins. I just put them in a little container with some magnet. So what you're gonna do is first on the corners, you're going to measure 3 inches, like a 3-inch square. Be good if I did inches and not centimeters. Okay, so we have 3. A little bit more on the black. Don't tell me this chalk doesn't work. Make it work. Okay, so 3 and kind of backwards. Okay, and then we're going to go over 3 inches. Okay. You might not be able to see it well, but I can kind of see it. So it's going to go 3 and then 3. And I'm not going to do all of them right now, but basically you'll cut all 4 corners like that. So let's see. You know, might as well just do it all now. And so we have 3. Chalk does not work good on this fabric, but I can do it enough to see the line. And 3. Right about there. If anybody knows other ways to write on dark fabric that will work, please let me know. Okay, so we have that lined up. Okay, so next what you're going to do, you got your corners. Let me move this back so y'all can actually see it. Again, I apologize at my camera skills. They are not great. And you're just going to fold it over all the way across the whole thing. All the way to the end. Just like that. Now, next what you're going to do, you're going to take, so you can see better, you're going to take your pins, because you folded it over, you're just going to put pins along it, just to keep it there. Just kind of right on the edge. I'm hoping that you can see it. Okay, so I pinned the whole edge. I saved you from the boringness of that. So that whole edge is pinned. Technically, you could probably buy more pins and just do pin the whole blanket at once. When I went to the store, they only had 1 pack of pins, and I never went back. So I just do one side at a time. Okay, next what you do is, and I'm going to kind of do this as I go, you're going to mark off 1/2-inch spots, which this, you know what, we're going to do it this way because that chalk is not working very well. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, try my best for you to see. You're going to mark 1/2 inch, and you're just going to cut slits, not all the way up, but like 2 snips up. Let's see. Yeah, 2 snips up is good. So you're just going to cut every 1/2 inch. Just going to cut a little bit. So you're going to have little loops. Doesn't matter if it's exactly a 1/2 inch. Like I said, this is, my daughter picked out the black blanket. My other daughter had a white one, which was very easy. I just put a pen mark every spot. But the black is not as well. So you're going to go up the entire side of the blanket and just do your slits using your ruler as your guide. I do hope you're being able to see this. If not, I'm so sorry. So let me do the full foot, and that way you'll see. Another thing that you can also do, some people do, is instead of, after they pin, they sew that part of the blanket to keep it from unraveling. I can't sew, and my mother, who does sew, by the time she got around to it, to be honest, it would take forever. So we're just doing it this way, and it's still okay. I mean, I think maybe if you're giving it to like a baby, maybe you should, but it's fine. So as you see, you've got all these little slits, and you'll just continue going down the whole side of the blanket. Okay, I did the middle. Now I'm just finishing up the ends with this, and let me just tell you, the felt blanket, you're going to need a broom afterwards with all of this. This is just kind of a easy, I'll say easy, I mean, it's not that hard to do, blanket you can make for your kids, whatever. I think when I saw it on Pinterest, it was labeled as a Linus blanket, so it's kind of like a little security kind of blanket. So far I've made one for my one daughter, I've made one for one of my bonus daughters, and this one is for my eldest daughter. And I think altogether, probably start to finish, takes me like less than 3 hours. I kind of can just do it while I'm just sitting here, like watching TV. The hardest part is really the measuring and the cutting. It's a little bit tedious. Move the wool over because I only have a little bit more to do on this square. Let me move it over so you actually see what I'm doing. One, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have this whole side. It's all kind of frailed up. And can we see the mess that is on my floor? Yeah, it's everywhere. Okay, so now what we do, let's see if I can maneuver this. Ignore my mess. See if I can, how do I zoom you? I'm like so horrible with, oh no, don't want to do that. So horrible with camera editing. Okay, so what we do is we take the 2 pieces and one goes into the other and down. And then we have this piece here. Now we take the piece next to it, we go into the first piece, pull the first piece down, and have it go all over the place. Kind of fix it, and it goes like that. Then we get the one next to it. Oh, she wanted a fuzzy blanket. I'm cursing at this blanket right now because of all the fuzziness. But we won't tell her that. And we go down. So we're starting to get a little bit of an edge. And next piece, take the loop, put it through, and down. So it's just kind of giving our blanket a nice, in her case, very fuzzy edge. Ugh, it's like shedding on me. I don't know if you can see it good. It's hard to see because it's black. And we're just kind of working our way through the whole thing while I'm having fuzzies all over me. So we have our loop. We have our loop right next to the loop. It goes through, push down, and then the old loop becomes the new loop that it's going to go through. Okay, I want to show you. I got a little bit more done on it. Fuzzies. So, I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's like that little bit of an edge to the blanket. And lots of fuzzies. Okay, I'm almost nearing the edge of this. And it looks like I murdered a Muppet on my floor because there's fuzz everywhere. Thank you to my daughter to picking out the fuzzy blanket. And we're just finishing this edge. And in. Okay, we have one more loop. So we go through the fuzziness. Okay, I'm going to take this little piece right here. You can see it good. So right here, this little piece, and I'm just going to pin it down. Let's get a pin. I'll just pin it right to there so we don't lose our edge. And then what I do, I'm going to go back and I'm going to remove all the pins that were holding that side. Go down. We've got one of the 4 edges done. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pin this. That's our starting edge. I'm going to pin that to the blanket. So we got one edge done. So now, oh my God, did you see all that fuzz? Like, I'm serious. Did you see it all? Breathe. Okay. That we do. We have another corner. And we're going to do that same thing. Where we're going to do our 3 inches. I'm just doing this because I can't deal with that shock. And we're going to go up 3 inches. That's right about there. And we're going to cut our square. it also doesn't matter if you want to do 4-inch square, you know, whatever, however you want your edge. If you don't want to do 1/2 inch, if you want to make the edge a little bit smaller or bigger, it's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you what I've done on my craziness. So once again, we're going to fold it over. And we're going to pin, just like we did with that other side. Pin. Just pin it all the way across. Just so it stays tight. Okay, so I lost some light in here because our light in our living room is possessed. But you can kind of see the little spots. I pinned this whole side. So this is the second side that I pinned. And now I'm going to make my measurements and then do my cuts. Okay, light's still not on, but we've gotten to this next side. I made all my little slits. Put this back down. And hopefully, let me see if I can do the lighting a little bit brighter. There we go. That kind of works. Okay. So now we're going to take our pin. Come back here. Out of right here. That was the one that we had from the other side. Okay. So we're going to kind of work the corner. So we've got this one. And then here's our new one from the next side. And we slide it through. And put finger through. And we slide it through. So we're getting a little bit of like a little bit of a corner there. And we're going to go all the way down this side. And then to the next side, and the next side, and so on and so forth. And even though I've been pausing this video, you know, because you don't need to see me doing every single one, it really has not. I've been maybe here like half hour or so. So, like I said, this blanket does not take long at all. And since this is my third one, I've gotten a lot quicker at doing it. You know, the cutting's takes a little bit of time and the pinning, but the actual doing of this, it's kind of, under normal circumstances, I would just sit and like watch TV and just weave the blanket. And of course, now that I'm taping it, it's not cooperating that well with me. There we go. So we just loop, swoop, and pull. I'm just going to work right through it. So, and just in this matter of time, I got the corner and like all this part right here done. And that's the edge, just kind of like a, sort of looks like a braided edge, except for all this stupid fuzz. Okay, so I've done the 3 sides. I've just got this little bit left right here. So we're going to just end it, and then I will show you how to finish your blanket off. Let me take the lid off this, because I was actually popping the pins out as I went along. So we're just finishing the blanket. This is the last bit. I'm going to say the entire time I worked on it. I wasn't keeping track, maybe like an hour, hour and a half, and everything was done. And please, with this, like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, get them to subscribe, all that, so I can work on building my channel as much as I can. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. I'm also hoping that everybody has a wonderful, although I probably will post this after the holiday, but either way, wonderful holiday, wonderful new year. And okay, so this one is our last one right here. And I'm going to pop this pin out, and do I feel another pin? No. Okay, and over here is where we started. We have our pin from where we started. So I'll pop that out. Now, there might be an easier way to seal up the blanket. I don't know. We find the loop, the original loop. Bear with me as I find it in all of this fuzz. I'll put that on my finger, of course. Now I can't find my original loop, and I feel like I'm going to sneeze from all this fuzz going up my nose. Where are you? Next time my daughter says she wants a really fuzzy blanket, I'm going to tell her no, because I cannot find. Yeah, here's the hole on that. I need it's called frustration. Okay, so there we go. Then I'm working backwards. Here is a loop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to snip this loop like that. Loop right through here. I'm going to tie this one knot and two knots. Well, okay, because she picked this felt, it falls apart. I'm also going to take this one and I'm going to knot this as well. Working with my nails. Work it through. Like that. So now, my scissors out of the way. We don't stab each other. Fuzzies. Here is another needle, my pin, whatever you want to call it, on my floor. Definitely gotta get the broom. Can we see all this? Look at my floor. Look at all the fuzz that's all over my floor. Okay. Here is the blanket. All completed, all done. So remember, like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff, and happy blanket making. Bye-bye.